Guys, it's Charna with Goldsmith Luxury Hair, and today's video I'm actually going to go over silk top versus non-silk top when buying a wig and what that means. There's a lot of videos out there, and at the end of this video I'm going to actually give you picture examples, so if you don't want to listen to me talk, feel free to just go on ahead to the end and you can check out the pictures. Or you can Google them, silk top versus non-silk top. But I'm going to give you a little bit of an explanation on both, and we'll go ahead and check that out. Okay, so for the first unit is a non-silk top, and what a non-silk top means is that it doesn't have a skin top or a false top. And a lot of the times when you have something that doesn't have a silk top, you can actually see the knots. This unit right here, I'll just show you the inside. It is a hand-tied unit, but it does not have a silk top. You'll be able to tell if a unit has a silk top or not. One, because you're going to be able to see on the top of it, but also there's going to be an added layer underneath the wig. So if I can, I'm going to see if I can just show you guys up close. And hopefully you can get a good focus. Okay, so that seems to be pretty good. And I'm just going to zoom in. You can actually see the netting of this piece. This is the top of the wig. It kind of looks like a honeycomb design. And what happens is the hair is individually ventilated on this, and you can actually see a lot of times the knots. I have another video up on bleaching the knots on a men's hair system, and that technique can actually be applied to a wig if you happen to get one that does not have a silk top. Personally speaking, I prefer a silk top. I think it looks more natural. It kind of looks like a false scalp. I don't have to worry about bleaching. I don't have to go through that whole process. It's just, for me, it's a much more natural look, which is the benefit. The downside is that it does cost more money because it is an extra layer added to the wig. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a wig that has a silk top and see if I can show you guys up close. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed this unit. This is a machine weft, but it does have a silk top, and this is what the inside of the cap looks like. This right here is a 4x4, maybe 4x5, I'm not sure. Silk top, individual, or rather multi-directional parting, and this is the comb that goes in the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just kind of part in there. I'm going to see if, yeah, that should be good. Okay, so as you can see with this unit, you can't see any of the knots, and it actually looks like a scalp, like your own scalp would look like under here. Again, this is not a front lace unit. This is a different style cap, but just so you can see, if you flip over the wig, this is the part right here that would be the silk. There's also something called a monofilament top, and that's a little bit different than a skin or a silk top. I'll see if I can grab you guys an example and show you this, but again, I'm going to have pictures at the end of the video. It just looks much more natural. It's skin colored. It should be the color of a scalp, almost like white looking. A good thing to look for when you actually go and purchase a wig is the color of the skin top. Sometimes if they're monofilament, they look very fabricy or fake, or if you have a darker unit, sometimes they almost look like blue or black, like the dye almost bled on the monofilament. So this is just something when you're wig shopping that you want to look for, and you can actually ask a supplier when you're buying, you know, how big is your skin top? Is it a silk top? And how big that space is. A standard space is usually a 4x5. Sometimes you could get larger. And if you're even buying a frontal to make your own wig, they do make them with a 4x4 silk top. You just need to know what to ask for. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys some really close-up examples, and they're going to be labeled. It's going to say silk top, not silk top, and things like that. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments. Thanks. I actually was able to get a wig. This is not one of my own wigs, with a monofilament top. And when I talked a little bit about the top looking like fabric-y sort of, I meant this. So this is a monofilament top. Again, this is, you can actually see on this wig, it's an older wig. There's some balding. It's from another company. And what it means by monofilament, as you can see, it's not so white, okay? It almost looks like dyed a little bit, although I don't know if it is or not. It's not my brand, but it just doesn't look as white and pure. And sorry for this awkward angle. Let me just see if we can get a focus in here. Can you see here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is the monofilament top. You can see this odd pattern sort of shape in there, and it's not so white, comparatively speaking, to a silk top or skin top, which is what we just showed you, that looks, again, much more clean and much more like natural looking in terms of a scalp. But again, look underneath. I want to hide this brand. This right here is the piece, the monofilament top, or at least where they kind of sewn on this additional layer. Monofilament top is supposed to last very long. It's a little bit thicker up here, a little bit heavier. And it kind of does give, it kind of gives a natural look, but again, personally, I like the silk skin top. I don't like a monofilament top. The quality of skin top that you're going to get, or monofilament top that you're going to get, is really going to vary brand to brand. But if you're in a store and you're shopping for wigs, these are things that you want to look for, you know, and keep in mind that if you're looking to dye your wig, if you're looking to root your wig, if you buy a unit that you're looking to go ahead in and color, it's very hard to color a skin top unit or a monofilament unit because you risk damaging and getting the dye on the skin top, and then it completely ruins it. So keep these things in mind when you are wig shopping. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to drop them below.